So point-to-point protocol is basically you need to understand a kind of in a scenario. You go back 15 years back, everybody used to have dial-up modems. Of course, if you are using now broadband at your home, see, maybe it is your home broadband router, 1, 2, 3, 4. All are connected to a junction box in your street. Whomever they're part of that street, all whomever connecting, they were connected to junction box. That junction box to go to the own IPS ISP. So from there they will go to the internet. So point to point, they are saying because this router is directly connected to ISP rather than a combination of this. So that is where this point to point serial links would be there. Of course, this further, if you are network engineer, there are SLIP serial line IP, the first protocol for sending IP datagrams over dial-up links, which you used in 1988. And then successor of that SLIP with added functionality, point-to-point protocols evolved. Widely used and influenced standard 1979, which is nothing but high-level data link. But as per my knowledge, this HDLC also uses still last 5 years before in India also. But default protocol for serial links are in Cisco routers. If you are using Cisco routers, HDLC default protocol, and PPP is based on the variant of this HDLC itself. So these are the PPP IP encapsulation because you are connected with broadband telephone network, but you wanted to access internet and all, you required IP. So the frame format of PPP is similar to HDLC, and the PPP IP encapsulation is required to transfer the packets at logically towards other. Suppose if you are using PPP still level like an dial-up connection, so you can connect your machine and you can see these PPP packets. But however, now your broadband and all, they were directly giving a connectivity of EtherNet, so that this PPP you cannot check at your home. But still, if you are using still dial-up modem and you install Wireshark and you see the packets. So there are a lot of functionalities are available with other functions like an authentication protocol, so like LCP, PAP, CHAP, NCP address, etc. But otherwise, it do solve multiple network layer protocol, which is nothing but protocol multiplexing, link configuration, link quality testing, error detection, such kind of features. It is enabled through this PPP functionality. So majorly this would be tested in between leisure line, link management, authentication, network protocol configuration. These are the three things which we need to consider as per the security aspects for that. There are standards are there. This is the 802 family of standard of LANs, which defines LLC and several MAC sublayers. So because LAN is like connecting two or more computers in a local area network, and they were 802 standards they developed. Let's example 802.11 wireless standard, and these are the reference model. If you look into that, these standards are more on physical layer, and of course the 802 point logical link control will come. This would be attached to all data link layer, but all together, if you look into that, they were defined into higher layer where that entire all layers will take care of. When it is coming to the data link layer, majorly some media access control physical layer, and physical layer is almost. And Ethernet, when it is coming Ethernet, so whatever you are using at present, your organization, your home, everything is Ethernet. So the speeds of Ethernet could be at 10 Mbps to 10 Gbps, and 8.3 Ethernet to DICS, because the digital, Intel, and Xerox together designed and developed the standard 8.3 Ethernet. And now you speeds even though up to 10 Gbps, even though they were increasing 40 Gbps also, like using Cat6 digital pair cable, 10G base T, 10G base LR by through These are the some of the standards. 10 base 5 is the thick Ethernet, where we used to have in early 2000s coaxial cable 10 Mbps. Thin Ethernet is 10 Mbps coaxial cable, and 10 base T is a twisted pair. 100 base TX is 100 Mbps or category 5 twisted pair. Most of the people are using this 1000 base T or 100 base T TX. If you have a fiber optics in your within your organization across the buildings, so that would be used as an FX, 100 FX, or 1000 base SX is if you take the 1000 1 Gbps, that would be SX. So these are the some of the physical layers of Ethernet, and this 802.2 803 encapsulation is required. Now coming to the switching networks, some data link technologies can be used to build complete networks with their own addressing, routing, and forwarding mechanisms. These networks are often called switched networks. See, when a user is dialing up to the ISP router, that is point to point, or whether user is dialing the nearest router, whatever it is available, or the ISP will connect it. And for accessing, it will reach through that ISP office, and from there, that they will take internet gateway and access internet. Even the remotely connecting people also. So the network which is using across this between this internet is majorly called switched network, but this is not switching network. So this whatever the switching the packets from one to other was defined. Switching networks are there: switched Ethernet, ATM, frame relay, and MPLS, multi-protocol label switching. Some switching networks are intended for enterprise networks, like in a switched Ethernet, wide area networks, frame relay, or both. Some switching networks have a complete protocol suite, some doesn't have. But if you look into the addressing system, Ethernet, so basically Ethernet is the packet header look like that what screen is showing at this moment. Destination address, MAC address, source MAC address. So if you look into that MAC address here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 octets are there because they were separated into 2 digits. It's an hexadecimal digit. 00 is called 1 byte, that 8 bit. So that's what octet. So there are 6 octets are there. That means 6 into 8 bit, 48 bit. And if you look into that 0003FF, 0003FF, that means the destination network card and source network card both are belongs to one company, because the first 24 bits tells about the company name. If you look into this is 3D6447, this one 3C6447. So this is the unique number, that is anywhere in this world you take network card, that address is unique. And maybe the packet tells about that what type of service it will go. So that's what this packet is showing, the TCP IP 0800 network. So that is, then the packet is having data. So Ethernet is maximum MTU is 1500 bytes only. So that you will get, after taking 20 bit maximum, you will get 1480 data only you can travel. That means if we have more than 1480 bytes are there by anything attachment like that, it should be divided into packets of lesser than 1500. So once I collected this packet through TCP/IP, TCP dump protocol, or Wireshark, the packet look like this one. So it tells about the Ethernet first 6 octets as destination MAC address, and then next 6 bytes as a source address, and this 0800 looking about the service. The remaining could be the data and the type of service packet which is giving. See, if you look into the right side, this thing is telling about that it is going through ISCA lab _2003.230 VMC CDAC.com. So it is going to in a website. This packet is going to accessing in a server, but that is in the hexadecimal format. Tomorrow in examination, if you given this packet and tells about that what is the MAC address, what is the destination MAC address, and what is the destination source address, you have to tell that. That is where any packet, any frame, the first 6 bytes is the destination, and next 6 bytes is source address. So the 2 letters in hexadecimal is called 1 to 8 bit. That means one letter is 4 bit, 2 letters together is 8 bit. The first 6 into 8 bits are MAC address. The second 6 8 bits are called source MAC address. The first one is destination, second one source address. So Ethernet types. Suppose let's say previous case, what is the 0800 is there? That's what called as IP. And if 0806 is there, ARP. If 08035 is RARP. Maximum in your network, either it go to the ARP, IP, or RARP until if you don't have any kind of special devices in network. Otherwise, if you collect any packet in your network, either one of them only. So by seeing this packet, we can easily call 08 by looking into 0800 as an IP packet. If it is instead of 0800, 0806 is there, it is an ARP packet. If 08035 is there, then we call it as an RARP. So with this, we will do that. The practical sessions, we'll try to explain the practical sessions. Otherwise, you can have document line and you can remotely connectivity and do that. Otherwise, it's simply as I said, you can easily go through that. So your